welcome to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. Today we are going to make a very nostalgic and very traditional dessert from Vietnam. It's called Kem Chuoi, and basically what it is bananas. You layer bananas, coconut milk, fresh coconut shreds, and then peanuts, and then you put it in the freezer, and then 4 or 5 hours later you have a dessert that people can enjoy. And what I like about it is it's all natural. Everything is really fresh, and it doesn't have too much added sugar to it, so it's something you don't feel too guilty about giving to your kids, and it's something a lot of people grew up with. But without further ado, we can get started. You'll need some coconut milk. Next we'll make the tapioca slurry. This just is a thickening agent. If you don't have tapioca starch, you can use cornstarch, but tapioca is the preferred one. Okay, that should be good. You just want to make sure you continue to stir it so it doesn't burn at the bottom. And this dish calls for a little bit of sugar, but depending on how much sugar you like, you can make it sweeter or not. But I find that the bananas, when they're ripe, they're already so sweet, so I only add about a teaspoon. So after about a few minutes, about 5 minutes, I'm going to take it off the heat so it cools. I'm just going to pour this coconut milk here and let it cool down for a little bit. In the meantime, I'll start cutting. Now all your chopping is done. So I have my jackfruit and I have my coconut ready to go. These are called Thai bananas, and I personally think they're the perfect size, and I love the consistency. They're a little bit more viscous than the regular banana, so they're not as crumbly. Conversely, you could also use just regular bananas like the Chiquito ones that you see at the store and cut those in half, but I find these are the perfect size and the sweetness. Now, if you're going to do the parchment paper method, I would suggest you cutting it. So once you have your saran wrap and then your parchment paper, you'll take your banana, put it to the side, then you take your parchment paper and roll it over. Next, you're going to take either another cutting board to flatten it out, or you can even use a rolling pin. I think the cutting board is actually a little bit easier, so that's what I'll do. You just want to press it down. I actually love dishes like this where it's so simple. It's, you know, you're not using the oven, you're not baking much, so it's something that you could do with your nieces, your nephews, or your kids, and have them be acclimated, I guess, to being in the kitchen, because it's something fun for them, and then they'll want to learn. And when it's time for college and they go away, they are not just eating ramen noodles because they know how to cook and fend for themselves, so to speak. So I'm gonna put these in the freezer so that they can start to become popsicles, and then in about 4 hours when they're hardened, then we can take them out and eat them.